Hey guys, this is Cauzie here, and welcome back to Cauzie's Corner. This is my life. So today I'm talking about a very important subject. Fandoms and nerddoms. And what's the difference between the two? Okay, fandoms are like books and movies, like you got the Divergent franchise, Hunger Games, if you like Harry Potter, Narnia, which I love, Lord of the Rings. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And of course, they have their books adaptations too. Nerddoms are like you have those who are like math members of the nerddoms, like they'll make math jokes and they'll totally get it and they'll laugh about it. Then you have like the music people who probably make music jokes. I'm not good at reading music, understanding music whatsoever. I love music. That doesn't mean I understand what's going on. So then you have the Greek nerds who not racial Greek. I just mean like Greek mythology, Greek philosophy. Those sort of people. Totally in that group. I might be their president. I'm just kidding. Probably not. The president. But I have to say, I'm a huge fan. I'm one of those weird people that look at Pinterest and like Greek mythology memes. Funny. And I'll just be like on the couch and I'll just be cackling about it to myself. So that's what a nerddom is. So fandoms and nerddoms, both of which are awesome. Some of them actually, like interconnect. Like if you're in the Percy Jackson fandom, chances are you've either converted from the Greek mythology nerddom or two. Kind of go hand in hand. Actually, not even just the Percy Jackson fandom. Well, yeah, they got like the Magnus Chase books, Heroes of Olympus. Yeah. Sometimes they go side and side. And then there's different levels. There's different levels of the fandom. If you've joined, you just joined and you want to see what it's like, welcome to the club. If you guys have seen Divergent and it's like, oh, you chose us, now it's time for us to choose you. Just yeah, that's pretty much what happens. And eventually, you hang out with these people. You end up finding them in social circles. I probably didn't say that right. I'm sorry. Social circles. I have braces, so it's a little hard for me to pronounce things. But, I was at a, a school group thing. I ended up sitting next to Lord of the Rings people. I like Lord of the Rings. I'm not a ginormous fan of them. I love the movies. But I don't know how to speak Elvish. I'm not that big of a nerd. I know someone who is, and she's awesome. Well, geek, I mean. Geek nerd. Sometimes those words, intertwine with one another. But in this sense, it's geek and nerd. So, actually, I guess you could kind of say that's, another intertwining factor. Because it's they study the actual language, which is impressive. Because, okay, it's just impressive. Anyone willing to take the time to memorize the language. Right now, I'm working on studying Latin, which is, I just spent 2.5 hours. Okay, maybe not a half hour, but 2 hours on Latin alone. Yeah, declining sentences is really hard in Latin. Okay, so I digress. Lord of the Rings people, I found them and I just stuck with them because they're awesome. And they're also not Lord of the Rings, Narnia people, and I love Narnia. They were also in my theater group, and we did a theater production of Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Read the books and read them in order. So Okay, so you might think, oh, Lion Witch and the Wardrobe first book. Wrong. It's Magician's Nephew, Lord of the Rings, Prince Caspian, Dawn of the Dawn of the sorry, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, not Dawn of the Dawn Treader. Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Somewhere in between is like Horse and His Boy, and then The Last Battle. It's amazing. Read the books. Even Horse and His Boy, which I didn't necessarily like the first time I read it because I'm not into the whole talking animals thing. I don't know. I'm just one of those people. But it's an amazing series. Read it, read it, read it. And it's like super appropriate too. So it's written by C.S. Lewis, who is friends with J.R.R. Tolkien. So if you like Lord of the Rings, you might like Narnia, and vice versa. Funny thing, C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien were in a group together called the Inklings. Lewis actually reviewed Tolkien's book and like wrote a little like this is amazing, review on it. Tolkien didn't necessarily like Narnia that much, which shouldn't stop you from reading it because it's awesome. Okay, I say that a lot. Again, this is my life, and I like to say the word awesome. So deal with it. Deal with it, haters. Deal with it. Okay. Okay, as you can tell, I really, really like Narnia. And if you guys like Narnia too, let me know. And then, like, we can, Fandoms! Awesome! Make them make another Narnia movie. Just whatever movie they want to pick. But I'm going to go with Magician's Nephew. Because it's the best ever. And it's all one story. Everyone's connected. So, like, keep out for, like, those little Easter eggs. And then you can be like, that makes sense, because it'll end up making sense later. Just like at the very end, like he kind of ties up all the loose ends. Divergent, pretty good. My cousin spoiled it for me, so I kind of put the book up, and I was like, "What's the point anymore?" Movies are good though. Okay, Selection series. You guys might not have heard of it, but it's amazing. It's like The Bachelor with Hunger Games-esque, Divergent-esque sort of things. Okay, so CW is going to make a TV series on it. And I saw the poster. Like, I was at a news broadcasting thing for one reason or another. And I saw the poster. I was like, oh, The Selection. I'm reading that book. It looks awesome. And they canceled the pilot. And it hasn't been made. And they just got rights to make a movie off of it. I'm really hoping it works. Because I'm just like, I need to see these characters on TV. These characters need to happen. So, that's a great series. Really appropriate, too. I mean, there's some stuff, but it's pretty mild. And if it's like too much, you don't have to read it, but if you like Bachelor and you like the Hunger Games, it's pretty much merged together, just like a lot less bloodshed. Because in Hunger Games, everyone's quite literally trying to kill one another. Then you have, let me see, what is another series that I was obsessed with? I have a hard time getting obsessed with books. Percy Jackson, good series. Now, it's a little different when you get to, like, Heroes of Olympus and Magnus Chase, though it does have, like, a perfect Bloodshed reference in there, which is beautiful, which I loved, and I highlighted with a highlighter. But it's amazing, and if you are studying, like, Greek history and Greek mythology, it will help you in your test. And I would know, because I was, like, totally blanking, and I was like, can't figure this one character out, and there's, like, 5 minutes left, and then I was like, I got it! And then I wrote it down, and I, like, got it right, and it was beautiful. Doctor Who, one of my favorite fandoms. I cosplay as Davros from Doctor Who. Amazing. I think they have, like, comic book stuff, like, a lot of comic books. I I own a few and I've read a few, but I personally just like prefer watching it. Flash is a good series. Flash is amazing. Just it's like I don't even know how to explain it. Arrow, you like have you guys like ever heard of like the TV show Lost, which I like that too. Lost is good, but Lost is confusing. Confusing. But okay, so Arrow it's gone like hills. Just it's good and then it's not good and then it's good and it's not good. But I would definitely recommend at least the 2 seasons if you guys are like younger and you guys are like sensitive because like people get stabbed and at one point there's like a little yeah there's a lot of stabbing. Not ultra gory. But ask your parents first. Okay, let's just say that. Ask your parents first. Flash, it has like thematic like jump scare-ish sort of things. Not not it's pretty different than Arrow in just the way they do stuff. Cause in Arrow he was stranded on an island, he got captured by like, this military camp that like tried to torture him for information, that sort of thing. But with Flash, it's like all zoomy zoom because he's a hero. And if you guys watch Flash, there's a joke for you. But it's good. Both are great shows, and they quite literally built an entire universe off these 2 shows. First, it was called the Arrowverse. Now it's called the Flareverse because they had the Flash. Now they're having Legends of Tomorrow, which, guys. I recommend it for those of you who like Doctor Who and are willing, like in Doctor Who, to stick with the first few seasons. We just finished our first season and we got Arthur Darvill, who plays Rory Williams from Doctor Who. So it's kind of fun to pull it in there, and I think they're gonna straighten it out. A lot of it just seemed rushed and everywhere. But if you guys watch Flash and Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow is basically like the Time Avengers with members from like both TV shows. And then they are having Supergirl that was on CBS. They dropped it because like they couldn't afford to keep it on there. CW's picked it up. And they did have a Flash Supergirl crossover, which is hilarious. It's the best. So now we're gonna get like Supergirl and like all her villains and friends in there, and I think now they have rights to some of the stuff that they didn't have before. So that's amazing. Long story short, a lot of stuff is going on TV. Agents of Shield. Okay, we're switching from DC to Marvel. I used to be like a hardcore Marvel, like DC does not do anything right person. I have a hard time still believing DC does things right. DC has done amazing in their TV universe. Marvel, they're throwing in some stuff. I don't want to spoil it for y'all, although I do love spoilers. So if you guys want spoilers, let me know and we can chit-chat about it. But I think they're trying to do too much, like, ahead of schedule, because they have, like, certain movies that are coming out, and they kind of, like, want to brace the audience for that. When the movie's 3 years away, everyone's going to forget what you just established right then and there. Unless, they're like us and we remember everything because we're just that awesome. But their movies are amazing. Go see Marvel movies. And stay after the credits because that's when the good stuff happens. DC, on the other hand, movies, if you like Batman v Superman, good for you. I liked the Flash Easter egg thing because they have Easter eggs for everything in there. I'm not going to tell you what it is, kind of accidentally spoiled it a little. Go see it for yourself. Make your own judgment calls. It was definitely not my favorite. Marvel. Again, we're going to go back to Marvel. Marvel in their TV universe. A little bit iffy. Like, I think they are amazing TV shows, definitely not geared towards a younger audience. I mean, you have Jessica Jones who struggles with, she was like mind controlled and forced to do some really not cool things, and like she struggles with drinking and stuff, and I wouldn't have my child sit down. Or at least without me and watch it. It does have David Tennant though. David Tennant's awesome. So then you have Daredevil, who is disabled, and I'm disabled, so I love like any disabled hero, anti-hero, vigilante, any character. But again, it's just brutal. I guess is the right word. It's intense. Ask your parents if you can watch it. Have them watch it with you. You know, wherever it goes. Let's see. They have Iron Fist coming out, which I feel is going to be intertwined with like the Jessica Jones and Daredevil universe somehow. Like I feel like we're going to get some Doctor Strange Easter eggs. It's like the whole, magic thing. So that'll be interesting. Not entirely sure they're going to do that. But anyway, that's my opinions on the fandoms and nerddoms and Marvel and DC stuff. Love y'all. Oh, before I go, we are going to be at Comic Palooza. We are having a booth. We're going to be selling stuff. Stop by. And we'd love to meet you there. See ya!